You think a cheap buffet saves you money, but one detail on the line can cost you your health and your wallet. Today, we're ranking 10 big-name buffets you asked about. Some to avoid, a few that are actually worth it, and I'll give you the 3 hidden rules operators hope you never learn. Here's the truth. Value without turnover is a trap. We'll show you where soggy, low-cost carbs hide the profit, where carved-to-order meats shine, and how to read a buffet in 10 seconds so you don't get burned. For 1. Golden Corral. The chocolate fountain distracts you from the real test. How long has that pan been sitting? Golden Corral wins on price and sheer spread, but the main line can hide slow turnover that kills value. You pay less up front, then lose it on food that sat too long, cooled too far, or dried out under weak heat. You see 30 choices. Most plates get loaded with bread, pasta, and potatoes, while the meats coast past their peak. That's the profit play. Fill you cheap, stall the costly items. Start reading the line like a clock. Dried sauce rings on the rim mean time passed. Gravy that looks gelled instead of glossy means it cooled, then reheated. Lukewarm trays tell you the well isn't holding temperature. Use the carving station as your timer. If there's a steady line and you see steam when they slice, turnover is live. Here's the truth. Rule 1 saves you. Prioritize carved-to-order beef, turkey, or ham. If the roast is active and the slices hit your plate hot, you win on cost and cut your risk. Now, contrast stations. The salad area often looks crisp because cold hold is simple. Greens swap fast and stay safe when staff refresh. The steam table tires out food. Visible replenishment. Fresh pans coming out, old pans pulled fast equals safer plates. Bottom line, go fresh carving with high turnover sides like green beans or grilled veg. Skip soggy mac, wilted fries, and fried items that lost their crunch. You want predictability, not mystery. The next buffet lost that balance. Number 2, Old Country Buffet. A buffet that fades tells you a lot about the cost math you never see. Old Country Buffet ran on volume and low prices. Then, wave after wave of closures showed the model cracking. Thin margins on a $20 plate only work when bodies keep the line moving. When traffic drops, the numbers push the operation to cut corners you feel on your fork. Here's the truth. When margins thin, the play shifts to cheap fillers, fewer hands on the floor, and slower swaps. That stretches dwell time. Hot food slides toward warm. Flavor drops off first. Safety risk follows when it lingers in the 40 to 140 zone. Understaffed lines turn the clock against you. One cook can't pull pans fast, refresh wells, and guard temps at once. That's how lasagna edges dry, gravies glaze over, and soups lose steam. It's like taking the batteries out of a smoke alarm. You only notice when it's too late. Rule 3 protects you. Check turnover before you touch the main line. No steam, no sizzle, no staff swapping pans. Walk past. Use 3 signs. Dry edges on meats or casseroles. Tongs and spoons mixed between dishes. Heat lamps that don't feel warm to your hand from a safe distance. Those tell you the cycle is slow. Mini payoff. If you can't verify fresh cycles, packaged greens, grab a made-to-order omelet if offered, or pass. You're not saving money when the line stops moving. Some chains rebrand the same playbook and run into the same problems. Number 3. Hometown Buffet. More pans don't mean more value, just more places for food to go stale. Hometown promised a bit of everything at a family price, but the follow-through wavered. When a line stretches across too many trays, consistency drops. You get a spread that looks generous, while the real issue is time and heat control. High pan count splits demand. Low-demand dishes linger. Heavy casseroles and creamy sides hold heat poorly when the well slips, and they don't bounce back once they cool. That's where the quality fades first. Here's the truth. Low turnover plus cream or dairy is a risk. The danger zone runs from 40 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. That's where bacteria can grow fast. Creamy pasta, cheesy potatoes, and rich sauces are touchy. If the top looks crusted, the middle can sit warm, not hot. Use Rule 2 and beat the house. Skip high-margin starches up front. Bread, pasta, and big mashed potato pans fill you for pennies and sit longest. They look safe because they're common, but they don't move like the grill or the carve. Map a safe route. Check any live station first. Cooked to order wins on heat and timing. Then pick proteins you see replenished often. Finish with crisp produce that looks cold, wet, and fresh with staff swapping pans. Mini payoff. If the carving station is quiet and creamy pans have that dry skin, you're not saving money. You're trading taste and safety. Next, the wild card, generic China buffet signs with very different standards behind the door. Number 4, China buffet. One name, 100 operators. You don't know the rules until you step inside. China buffet often means independent ownership, loose standards, and wide swings in quality. The sign looks the same, but the back of house play can vary a lot. You need a fast read before you load a plate. Start with the red flags you can feel and see. Sushi at room temp is a hard no. Soup that's warm, not hot, says the well is drifting. Reused tongs moving between trays spread mess and germs. When you spot 2 or 3 of these at once, your risk just jumped. Do a 10-second scan. Watch one tray swap. Do you see a fresh pan come out and the old one get pulled fast? Tap the rice spoon and feel the heat on the handle. Hot handle, hot rice. Count table turn. Are servers clearing plates often? If nothing moves, neither should you. Here's the truth. Cook to order beats the steam table. If they offer a quick walk station, go there. Raw veg, raw protein, high heat, straight to your plate. That cuts dwell time and guesswork. Call out the riskiest bins. Lukewarm fried seafood, old sushi with dry rice or dull fish, sprouts that sit wet. Seafood and rice need strict temperature control. When that slips, so does your safety. Mini payoff. Pick one hot, fast-moving protein, add fresh-cut veg, and skip mixed sauces that look tired or separated. Some concepts fix this with a grill line you control. Number 5, Hibachi Grill and Supreme Buffet. The sizzle pulls you in, but is the raw bar safe and the grill line honest about turnover? Hibachi Grill and Supreme Buffet sells speed from grill to plate. That promise only holds when the queue moves and the cooks run a tight play. You get quality when the line stays steady, the station stays cold, and the cook flips fast. A flashy grill can hide weak control. Warm raw trays mean the chill slipped. Tongs crossing between chicken and shrimp spread risk. Sauces that sit all day turn dull and can grow trouble when temps drift. That's the part you can check in seconds. Test the station before you commit. Scan the raw bar. Are proteins rotated with fresh pans? Are the inserts buried in ice or a cold well that feels cold? Do you see separate utensils for beef, poultry, and seafood? Is the line moving in a clean loop, not stalled? Here's the truth. Rule 1 protects you. Custom-cooked protein is your hedge when the raw bar is cold and the grill is active. Heat hits your food now, not an hour ago. Add Rule 3. Watch how often they scrape and wipe the steel, swap spatulas, and change gloves. A clean, wiped surface equals a safer dinner, like keeping your cutting board rinsed between tasks. Mini payoff. Stick to the live grill with cold-held inputs and skip steam table shellfish. You get heat, speed, and control. Now to the gold standard of actually good, where the price buys you discipline. The good news is we have some really promising alternatives as well. Number 1, Fogo de Chão. A green card brings the meat to you, and that flips the buffet risk on its head. Rodizio keeps proteins in motion. Swords of picanha, filet, and lamb sweep the room fresh off the grill, carved hot at your plate. That movement cuts the stall time that hurts flavor and safety at standard buffets. You don't chase the food. It comes to you at peak. Yes, the price runs higher, but that spend funds tight timing, trained carvers, and a kitchen rhythm that turns skewers fast. Think of it like paying for a well-oiled assembly line. Short waits, clean handoffs, better output. Here's the model. Meat leaves the fire, hits your table, and what's left goes back to the heat or gets swapped. Short dwell times. The market table stays curated, not bloated. Smaller pans, quick replenish, crisp greens, and charcuterie that looks trimmed, not tired. Rule 1 in action. Carve to order is the safest, highest value play. You skip the danger zone when heat meets your plate now, not an hour ago. That's how you hedge risk while getting top cuts. How to win here. Start with premium meats. Ask for picanha with a medium edge. Hold out for lamb chops and top sirloin. Keep sides light. A few greens, a bit of vinaigrette, a slice of cheese. Watch turnover cues at the salad bar. Cold bowls, wet lettuce, staff swapping trays. Mini payoff. You leave full of high-value protein, not filler. The quality matches the ticket, and then some. Vegas turns this discipline into theater at scale. Number 2, the buffet at Wynn Las Vegas. The line looks like a showroom, because behind it, the timing is a machine. Wynn runs tight batch cooking with chef-attended stations and quick swaps. You see smaller pans, not hotel tray tubs, and staff that change them fast. That's control you can feel when you stand near the line. High variety usually hurts turnover, but careful batching keeps items fresh and hot. They limit how much sits, then refresh often. It's like traffic lights that stay green because the flow never stalls. Watch the system at work. Small pans cycle out before gloss turns to crust. Live carving sends hot slices on demand. Omelet and taco stations cook to order, so you get heat on contact. Desserts rotate in short runs too, so you don't get dry edges or slumped cream. Here's the truth. Rule 3 shines here. Observe constant replenishment. If you see steady swaps, clear steam, and staff checking temps, that's your green light to try wider options without playing roulette. Use a simple plan. Start at live stations. Carve, eggs, tacos, where heat meets your plate now. Then hit high turnover signatures you see flying out. Keep starches as accents, not anchors, so you don't trade room for the good cuts. Mini payoff, you get range without risk. The system protects flavor and you by shrinking dwell time and boosting heat. If win is a Swiss watch, the next one is an entire orchestra. Number 3, Bacanal Buffet. Hundreds of choices should mean chaos. Here, it means a playbook. Bacanal Buffet at Caesar's Palace runs seafood, carving, global stations, and desserts with visible staff control. You see cooks at the line, small pans, and swaps that happen fast. That keeps heat where it should be and trims the time food sits. Seafood is the risk magnet. Oysters, crab, and fish demand cold that stays cold and hot that stays hot. One slip and your plate goes from treat to trouble. That's why your first job is to read the controls before you grab a tong. Look for cold wells that feel cold, not cool. Lift a ladle handle. If it's chilled, the well is doing its job. Watch for frequent pan changes and staff taking temps. When you see steady motion, you get safer food and better texture. Here's the truth. Rule 1 and Rule 3 matter most at premium stations. Long lines can be good. They show turnover. Fast pace means the next tray is fresh, not a reheat. Short waits buy you quality. Run a plan. Hit crab and carved meats early while the flow is strong. Add fresh veg that looks crisp and wet. Skip idle sushi or a sleepy fried basket with limp pieces. Stalls signal old food. Mini payoff. You leave with top-tier items and low risk because the line kept moving. Want rodizio without the Vegas trip? There's another meat-forward option. Number 4, Texas de Brazil. Same green-red card, different strategy for your wallet. Texas de Brazil runs rodizio service with a strong salad area and steady meat rotation. Servers bring skewers to your table, you control the flow with that card, and the grill keeps cuts moving. That flips the usual buffet risks because you aren't chasing steam pans, the heat comes to you. Here's the trap. The salad area looks premium. Cheeses, breads, cured meats, creamy sides. They fill you fast and eat your budget per bite. They're also how the house wins when you slow down on the meats. Treat that bar like seasoning, not the meal. Apply Rule 2. Avoid high-margin fillers early. Skip the heavy bread and rich salads on round 1. Save room for picanha, lamb chops, and top sirloin, the cuts that carry value and arrive hot. Use Rule 1 in practice. Ask for what you want. Say picanha, edge fat on, or lamb, next hot skewer. Fresh carve equals peak flavor and better safety because dwell time stays short. You set the pace, not the server. Watch the rhythm. If a cut slows, flip to red and wait. When you see the skewer return from the grill, go green and take the hot slice. It's like timing a bus route. You catch the fresh run, not the slow loop. Mini payoff. You pay less per ounce of premium protein and leave satisfied, not stuffed with bread. One more high-value outlier proves turnover can exist at massive scale. Number 5. Shady Maple Smorgasbord. A giant country spread that stays fresh, it's not luck, it's rotation. Shady Maple Smorgasbord in Pennsylvania leans on Pennsylvania Dutch staples and steady crowds that keep pans moving. You get roasts, fried chicken, noodles, chow chow, and baked sides that don't sit long because the room fuels the cycle. High flow makes the system work. Big crowds can mean chaos, but here they mean turnover. When a line moves, hot stays hot and cold stays cold. That's your ally. Instead of guessing, you watch the pace and let the volume protect your plate. Here's the model. Themed days steer demand, so staff plan, short batches. Live carving sends fresh slices on a loop. Grill items fire on order. You see pans swap in plain view, which cuts dwell time and keeps texture. It's like a well-timed bus line. Arrivals, departures, no stalls. Here's the truth. Rule 3 applies. You can see the rhythm. Staff pull tired pans fast, carvers keep a steady hand, and grill lines move. That's your signal to widen what you try without taking dumb risks. Use a tight plan. Hit carving first, then any from-scratch staples that show quick refresh. Add crisp salads or slaws that feel cold to the touch and look wet, not wilted. Keep heavy starch small so you save room for fresh items. Mini payoff. You get real regional comfort without the stale buffet taste because the crowd powers freshness. Now you know how to read any buffet in 10 seconds. That's it for today. Make sure you subscribe the channel and like the video.